talk about what is passing guard. So if you're down, sir. This is open guard because his guard's not closed. When you're passing, his feet are typically going to be up. I got to get past his feet, his knees, his hip, his midsection, and then get to the chest and head. It's like climbing a ladder, okay? If I don't get past his feet, I'm not past the guard. If I don't get past his knees, same thing, hip, forget it. But first is the feet, okay? What you have to do is you have to think to yourself, Joe, can you take my phone and flip that switch on the left and put it on mute? What you have to think to yourself is like an iceberg or cutter with those ships that pierce through the ice, okay? You gotta have some kind of a way to pierce through. If I'm gonna go on the inside, I need to pierce through right here, and I need to start jamming his hips, okay? From here, he wants his feet on my hips, okay? Whenever your hands go to knees right here, I don't want to dip my head, okay? I want to squat like I'm kind of like surfing, because I need to protect my triangle, just as he protects his triangle. But the thing is that for him, he's probably going to get some kind of a grip with the hand, okay? His grip is only going to be as effective as his ability to somehow connect his feet. So here he's kind of got a connection. He's got a connection here, so he can actually pull and have control of the grips. If I begin to pierce this off here, his grip is not as effective, okay? So what happens here is that I need to jam, because here, whether I go this way here, I probably go this way here and go under, okay? How the bottom person positions their feet, you should understand they're gonna aim for your hips, or they're gonna aim for a De La Riva hook, okay? If he does that, I have to still jam it walking forward here, because here his foot's on my hip, okay? Here I'm already past that knee, I get the collar. You can take this off here, you can take this off here, and then you pass. The whole key is to jam the hips. I see a lot of you passing like this, where my base is literally rooted in him moving his knees. And there's a lot of this, and head down. If he moves his knees, my base is immediately disturbed. I lose my balance. I have to have independent balance, and I have to apply pressure. Pressure to jam the hips, get past the feet, the knees, and the hips. Also watching where he is in his power zone. If this were a leg press, he'd have good power here, okay? And this is where he has good control here, because here you can push, you can put both feet on the hips, you can have sleeves, you can have collar sleeve, all kinds of stuff right here, you know, and my balance is being disrupted. We see how I'm on kind of a line. I need to get my feet on the inside, jam, and constantly keep jamming his hips, because his legs become a lot less effective. And if you notice, I always try to keep my elbows and knees connected, because if he starts putting his feet back on my hips right here, let's say, because I'm jamming his De La Riva, let's say he scoots away with this foot here, okay? I'm able to constantly take his feet off my hips and rotate and be able to pass. The bottom person is gonna want to put their feet on your hips, okay? Here or here, because he's losing his balance here. Here, he's really losing his balance, okay? So, for the top person, you need to step in with a lead leg and jam this leg up, okay? Preferably, yes, I want you to walk your foot a little bit forward so your knee, yes, locks my hip. What I've seen a lot, especially this past weekend, is that they try to pass with like a knee drop, but this foot's back, and they're driving this knee, which has no power whatsoever, okay? This right here, you walk it in, yeah, and then if the knee goes too far ahead of the foot, put weight on the left foot and walk that foot forward. Yes, and now drive that knee forward. Yes, and that begins to jam my hips up right here. This foot basically I need to create space here. But his hand can go under now, his left hand. Yes, and he can drive and go under. Okay? Guard passing is a dynamic process that you have to recognize. Am I going over the legs? Am I going under? Am I able to kind of move him around as he's trying to ball up? Maybe I can go overcut. Maybe I can knee drop, okay? It's a dynamic process, but what you need to do is you need to be able to see the different options, okay? Because if I'm here, this would be a knee drop, okay? If he's really adamant about keeping that knee up and putting either a De La Hiva hook or anything like that right here, okay? I can move him here and I can do a knee cut, okay? So you're not married to the knee drop or the knee cut. Why? Because you have independent balance. But if I were leaning in on him, where all my weight is on my right knee, I'm pretty committed to the knee drop or whatever guard pass you're doing. So whenever you're here, you have to ask yourself, are his legs in the proper position? Because maybe here, you can take him and just do a throwback. That's possible. If they're here and they start reaching for you, look. Oh, see, he gets inverted here. Look, step over here, knee, cut. Okay? What I want you guys to do is this. You're going to, listen, lead with the right leg. You gotta pick a leg. Because here, I'm hammering. This is that knee. I'm gonna step in, and I'm gonna jam that knee, okay? If I get to the point where this knee's jammed, I'm gonna go this grip, okay? Whatever he's gonna be doing here, it doesn't matter because what matters is how I'm gonna get past this leg. Two ways. I'm either gonna push it down or I'm gonna go under it. But he's gonna do something with it. He's not gonna let it stick out because he could get foot locked. Yes. Step that. Here. I go under. He brings it down heavy and you push it down. Okay? And you cut. And you slowly pierce through it, like the ships that pierce through the ice. Okay? You go here. Okay? But you have to look and see what his legs are doing. I know it's going a little bit fast. So I want you guys, jam the hips, person gets the grips. I want you to keep jamming those knees, because this right here, this straight leg, is bad for him. Hold him like a fetus, get the foot through, and explore, the different options of the pass. I'm not teaching you a particular pass. I'm teaching you that there's variations in the guard passing process that you need to look and see. You try to pass a different way. Person on the bottom. You can't be doing this and just absent. You have to be engaged in some sort of coherent open guard that's not trying to defeat his ability to pass, but give him a little bit of resistance, or her, in order to be able to have him feel that, yes, so good, yes, good. Just like that, okay? We go again. Here he steps in here. We do the Hewish here. Okay, good, he did that again. And complete the pass, get the side control. Okay, now I'm gonna go to a different grip. I'm gonna go see walk, he's going for the knee drop. Good. Underhook, he walks on the head. Good. Here. Another one. Here. Oh shit. Oh, shit. Okay. So you get the idea. So try to do different passes. Each person passes 5 times and then switch. The bottom person, you're gonna be thinking 2 things. I need to get my grips and feet on the hips. That's all I want you to do. Top person, get the feet off the hips. Yes. Yeah, one time. Grips. Feet on the hips. Walking with the knee. Okay. Walking with that knee. Oh, shit. you know what's disrupting him? Is my elbows and knees still together. So you gotta think, try and do a sphere, okay, on the bottom. On top, you gotta think separate the elbow and knee. Go ahead. He went to that side because the elbow and knee is separated. Does that make sense? For the person on the bottom, try to keep your triangular sphere intact. Grips, feet on the hips. So he goes. He's here, okay. Well, strip my grips. Alright, that's all you're doing. 5 passes each, try to make them different passes. Grips, feet on the hips. 1, 2, 3.